last night I posted a picture on my story about how Josh was going viral on one of his videos. It was 18 hours ago when I posted it. Last night when I posted that picture, he had a video on TikTok that was at 12,000 views. And right now when I go check it, it's at 14,500 views, 14,500. And it took us a while to hit that number past 10K from the previous time that it hit 10K, because we were just testing out different styles of content as we were creating. And if y'all know anything about Josh, Josh is a freaking character. I think everybody should have a Josh in their life. I'm just saying. Have a Josh in your life. Well, you got to think how many people are named Josh in this world, right? There's actually a lot of Josh. So you might already have a Josh in your life, but you don't have a Josh like this one from Estates by Valerio. I'm going to go over some of his content stuff that he was posting before we started working together. I mean, you're going to see the difference, because when I come in and work with a contractor and then we compare that to the content they were making before, you can tell when somebody's working with somebody that knows what the fuck they're doing. I'm just saying. But the point is that, one, he wasn't on TikTok as much as he was on Instagram. He was already posting on Instagram, but he had, when was his last post? His last post on TikTok was, that was like probably the worst video he has, but I'm not gonna let him know that. The last video that he posted was January 3rd, 2023. So he hasn't been active on TikTok, and that's okay. But here's the proof that if you haven't been active on TikTok for the past 2 years and you start creating strategic, organic content, you can hit 10,000 views, 14,000 views. I have another client that I'm working with, another contractor that I'm working with. We started from zero. We've posted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. We posted 21 videos for him on TikTok. And one of those is at 25,000 views. That says a lot for anybody that is struggling to create content. That says a lot. Stop overthinking this shit and start creating strategic content. And I don't mean just post anything. I mean, understand what these platforms are capable of and understand what is working, create more of it, and stop creating what the fuck isn't working. But the point of this video is for my guy Josh, because I do want to go over his content. I want to go over his page. So this is what his TikTok is looking like. His TikTok, obviously, like I was saying, his last post, this is the one that I said, look, fucking, yeah, nah, this isn't it. Don't, I know you probably have a lot of pictures if you're a contractor, but don't be posting shit like this. Like, I know this was templates too, because you know what's a template. These contractors have no editing skills at all. Well, let me not say that. Some of them do. When I started with Josh, he gave me this concept that he was already running with, which was the bald builder. And Josh is proud of being the bald builder.
Meet the bald builder, born with a hammer in his hand.
I was like, let's run with it. The bald builder, let's run with it. That's a good concept. That's something that is a way to get people, you know, engaged with his content, because he's obviously rocking the bald head. When I posted this video up last night, or this picture of the analytics of this piece of content, it was at 10,000. Now it's at 11,300 views. Let's just look at it real quick.
There's a difference between kitchen islands and kitchen islands.
There's a difference between kitchen islands and kitchen islands. Do you see how great of a hook that was the first 3 seconds? I didn't come up with that. He actually was like, hold on, I got an idea. And that's the good thing about Josh, is the fact that he understands communication. When we were working together, I was telling him, stop making the first 3 seconds so fucking long. I was like, just get to the point. We're keeping it 3 seconds. It's the hook. He's like, he's very understanding. And this is just how we talk. This is Josh. It's me and him. We've known each other for years. So when he first came up with that hook, I think he paused even after that.
So I can't really.
Yeah. So you see.
Welcome to Port.
Wait, where'd the video go?
There's a difference between kitchen islands
and kitchen islands.
and kitchen islands.
And then he just paused like awkwardly. I was like, you should have kept going. But either way, look how great of a video still came out. Say your first 3 seconds, cut the video, move on to the next area that you want to create content. That's exactly what we did here. And then he jumped into the story, the actual story of how he came about, the details of this marble, the making of this marble, like.
So I can't really say the name of this stone. It's a Machiavellian or something.
He didn't know what the name of the stone was, which is completely fine because again, if the point of the content isn't trying to promote the stone or trying to be too specific about the product that you used or the product that you've built, that's fine. That's fine. He was okay with it. We made it a little bit had a sense of humor there. And look, the tape is coming off of the plastic is coming off of the cabinets here. These are things that really happen. The tape actually comes off. He wasn't too nitpicky about, this has to be closed up and this has to be put over here. This has to be like, no, just let's get to the content. We here for the content.
Or something like that. But we did a 3-inch buildup.
We did some B-roll over here. You see that?
It's like 11 and a half feet long by 5 feet. I was looking for a sink that was at least
48
inches wide. I couldn't find one on the market. So I went to my Amish cabinet maker and I said, Jesse, can you build me a cabinet that would accept it?
He's telling the story. Stories are what always get people engaged. And that's why I love this video. And that's why it also did so well. Again, with other factors that went into it, like the B-roll, like the hook, like the titles.
With these dimensions, I gave him shot.
And plus, it's a pretty savage sink if you get to see it in person. Seriously.
Cabinets come in, we install the cabinets. I called Jesse and I said,
if you don't know how to tell the story, don't try to make a 1 and 28-second video. Please, just get to the point because you're going to start rambling. You're going to get very boring and people are not going to watch it and it's going to hurt your algorithm because it's not getting seen. It's not getting watched. It's not getting seen by people. So they're going to say it's not content worthy. Get to the point. If you don't understand how to create stories out of your content or out of your job sites or projects.
I don't even remember this dimension, but it's a...
What had me laughing was these comments, because when you want to start getting into the creating content for your business, you're taking the biggest risk because you're becoming vulnerable and putting yourself out there. In other words, people are going to talk shit. I think there were some people here that was like, look, hate a sink in the island. Like, who the fuck cares what you hate? But thank you for the comment. Had to. There's a double water view out the back of the house. Imagine washing your dishes while watching the boats go by. Sounds like a very Josh response. No sink in the island, please. Oh, like you're ordering this shit, like you're gonna live in this house. Or when you book Josh, you customize your project or your kitchen the way that you want. Someone was like, was there a point made at any time in this video? Real question, let me know. 0 points made. 0 points made. I thought of one. Extra big sink, 2 faucets needed. The point of the video was to let you know how he came about putting this sink together and making sure that he customized it to the perfect way that he wanted to customize it. Now people know he does custom sinks. Now people know he's capable of doing something as beautiful as this. A lot of people did say some good stuff about the island. I know this guy was talking about, man, I'm a stone fabricator. That marble will be hell to maintain as well as that marble sink. Better get some anti-etch on that ASAP. Be ready for the sticker shock, okay? Congrats to being the stone fabricator. It was a great piece of content. 11 11,000 views. 11,000 views on this one. Since last night, it went up an extra 1,300 views. Now looking at the one that's actually performing great it was posted 2 days ago. Hasn't gotten too much comments, but that wasn't the point of this video, to try and get many comments out of it. It was just to show a little bit of the behind the scenes of what actually goes on when doing a home renovation project.
We can't locate the water shut-off main in the house. We looked everywhere, so we're just gonna kill it at the street.
Common problems that happen when renovating of a home. They do happen. It's okay. And it's okay to show that, because what you're gonna do is that you're gonna solve the problem. You're gonna be a solutionist, and people appreciate that even more. When the video started though, it was intentionally created with that sound design, was just to get people to get curious about why is this happening and why did I just hear that?
If we can't find it, we'll call DPW. We got the blue watermark out right here, so we know the water line's right here. Yeah, and I looked on the street for the valve box.
Now he's going into solving the problem. He's gonna find a solution. That's the type of guy that he is. That's not faking it. That's not pretending to be something that he's not. No, we get on the phone. I see a phone call. He's trying to call the township. Hey, I need some help. I'm starting a project. I can't find the water valve. This is what's really going on during the day.
Oh, I appreciate it, bud. Thank you.
We'll find it for you. Boom.
You know, Belmar's one of those towns that's just, they literally bend over backwards to help you out. I've not met a bad person that works in the township. They're all phenomenal. And
he's establishing credibility by telling people that he has met so many good people in the township that has helped him every single time that he needed help. So that means that he has a great network of connections and people, builds good relationship, adding this credibility in the content. You see what we're doing? Even though you probably think that because you're getting on the phone call, having to figure some things out, you can't record it for content yet. Yeah, I do remember this part. He's like, why is he recording me on the phone? But I knew the story that I was going to tell from the beginning that I saw him doing what he was doing to the minute that he started calling the township to help him out with the water valve. Looking at his Instagram page, let's just look at the content he was creating before. You can see the difference. You can clearly see the difference. This is what most contractors are doing. Look at how he was creating content in the past. And he was always creating content, because obviously you can tell, look, I don't know how long ago, 32 weeks ago, but he was creating content in the past. And as soon as we came in, we started creating content. We started talking about some concepts, some ideas. I came in with the strategy. You can see the difference in the content and the way that he started showing up on social media just became different. Yeah, you can build a brand out of just posting up videos with no context around and projects, but that's not going to build new relationships with new people if you're just showing project stuff that looks cool. That's why it's not worth it. Put yourself out there and take some notes from my guy Josh. He actually did a really amazing job on this I don't even know how many millions this house costs. I don't even want to know, because I don't got money to pay for this type of custom home, but whoever paid for that, let me borrow something. And even though the videos probably didn't reach 10,000 views, 14,000 views on Instagram, it at least reached a good amount of people on TikTok. And that's why it's still good to take your content and also post it on TikTok, because it's a whole nother algorithm. It's a whole nother beast. It's worth putting the content there. You're getting in front of more people on free platforms for free. If you want just leads, if that's your only priority on social media, then just run ads. I bet you right now, if you go put $5,000, $10,000 on a simple video, you'll probably get a lot of clicks. You'll probably be paying a lot for the clicks anyways, but save money and post strategically. The fact that he's still building his brand on social media or on Instagram, it just shows that no matter which platform they find him on, he's gonna be on there.